Carbon and fuel.
Introduction. We use various materials for our daily life. Some of them are natural and some of them are man-made. Natural resources can be exhaustible or inexhaustible. Inexhaustible natural resources are present in unlimited quantity and are not likely to be exhausted as sunlight and air. Exhaustible natural resources are likely to be exhausted in future and are limited as natural gas, coal, petroleum, wildlife, etc. In this chapter we will learn about coal, petroleum and natural gas. Coal, petroleum, natural gas or their product are very useful for human beings. Also, these are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are hydrocarbons, primarily coal, petroleum or natural gas, formed from the remains of dead plants and animals and take several years for formation. So these should be conserved. Model of fire extinguisher. Take a bowl. Put a small dish filled with baking soda in it. Place 2 candles of different lengths in small dish filled with baking soda. Light both the candles. Then pour vinegar into the dish of baking soda. Do not pour vinegar on the candles. The candles will go out. The smaller candle will go out first, quickly followed by the second candle. Carbon dioxide is heavier than the surrounding air that the fire feeds on. Carbon dioxide therefore sinks to the bottom of the bowl and builds upward, displacing oxygen as it travels. Once the carbon dioxide reaches the same plane as the flame, it displaces the oxygen around it and extinguishes the flame. Examples of solid fuels are wood, wax, and coal. Examples of liquid fuels are petrol and kerosene. Examples of gaseous fuels are CNG, biogas and LPG. Types of coal. There are 3 types. Anthracite. It has highest calorific value and is most useful form of coal. It has more than 90% carbon. It is known as hard coal. Bituminous coal. This form contains 75% carbon. It is called soft coal. It is used for domestic purposes. Lignite. This form contains 60 to 70% carbon. It is brown in color and catches fire easily. It contains sulfur, hence its burning creates pollution. Destructive distillation of coal. Destructive distillation or processing of coal is done to get many useful products. In this method, coal is heated strongly in the absence of air to about 1000 degrees Celsius. Finely powdered coal taken in a test tube is heated. As the coal breaks down, coke, coal tar, ammonia and coal gas are produced. Coal tar collects at the bottom of the second test tube. Coal gas escapes out through the side tube. The ammonia produced is absorbed in the water, forming ammoniacal liquor, ammonium hydroxide. The black residue left in the first tube is called coke. Formation of petroleum started approximately 400 million years ago. Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. When these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. With increasing temperature and pressure, it is changed into a layer called corrosion by anaerobic bacteria and chemical processes. The sediment layers may be folded as a result of tectonic movements in the basin. Over billions of years, it gets converted into liquid called petroleum in the absence of air, under high temperature and pressure. Natural gas is also formed with petroleum. An oil or gas field forms when the liquid or gas moves through the pores and spaces of permeable rock and collects within the pore spaces under an impermeable trap. Refining of petrol. The process of refining is done to separate different constituents from petroleum. In this process, crude oil is heated to above 400 degrees Celsius in a pipe. Its vapors are allowed to enter into a fractionating tower having different compartments to collect different volatilities. Different products are obtained at temperatures. For example, petroleum gas is obtained at 20 degrees Celsius, gasoline at 150 degrees Celsius, naphtha at 200 degrees Celsius, kerosene at 300 degrees Celsius, diesel oil at 370 degrees Celsius, heavy oil at 400 degrees Celsius, and other residue are left in the last. Natural gas. Advantages of natural gas. Some natural resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas takes millions of years for formation. Also, these resources are limited, non-renewable and can be exhausted on use. These resources are causing many environmental problems like air pollution and global warming. Depletion of these non-renewable resources has given rise to energy crisis. Judicious use of resources and use of non-conventional sources of energy is the best way to overcome the energy crisis. Some of the methods are: using a stove with higher efficiency of energy conversions. Cooking on stoves only after all required materials in the right form are made ready. using pressure cooker or covering the vessel while cooking the food. Reducing cooking time by soaking pulses in water for some time. Switch off fans, lights etc. when not in use. Use of public transport instead of individual transport vehicles. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Types of combustion. There are 3 types of combustion: slow combustion, rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion. What is a fuel? A substance which burns in air and produce large amount of heat and light on combustion is called fuel. The efficiency of fuel is measured in terms of its calorific value. Classification of fuels. Solid fuels, liquid fuels, gaseous fuels. The efficiency of any fuel is measured in terms of its calorific value. Calorific value is defined as the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel. Its unit is kilojoules per kilogram. Burning of fuels leads to harmful products. Carbon fuels like wood, coal etc. release unburnt carbon particles. These particles may cause respiratory problems. Incomplete combustion of fuels release carbon monoxide, which is a very dangerous gas. Carbon monoxide, if inhaled, may cause death. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide can cause global warming. Global warming is rise in temperature of Earth.